Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell you the truth about silver. Today is Saturday the 19th of August 2023 and we're publishing our gold and silver weekly update for the week ending the 18th of August. Last week we saw gold prices dip a little and silver prices rise a little. What are we expecting this coming week? Let's take a look. Okay, first, just a quick reminder, we've set up a second channel entitled Finances Do Matter, and we've placed a link to this in the description box and comment section below, in case you haven't already joined that channel. Meanwhile, going back to what happened last week and what we expect to happen this coming week, gold fell $24, falling from $1,914 to $1,890. Having been as high as 1,916 and as low as 1,885, a fall of 1.3%. In sterling terms, gold ended down £23 at £1,485 and down €8 at €1,741. Silver, however, bucked the trend slightly and rose 6 cents, rising from $22.70 to $22.76, having been as high as $23.02 and as low as $22.29, a rise of 0.3%. Nothing to shout home about, but for silver owners, the right direction. In sterling terms, it was down 68 pence at £17.89, and it was down €0.77 at €20.74. Obviously, with this move, the gold to silver ratio fell from 84.3 to 1 to 83 to 1. Now the difference between gold's high and low was a paltry $31, and the difference between silver's high and low was 73 cents. And those who listen to our channel will be very much aware of our commentary stating that these last few weeks of August not to expect too much change. Now, what did we say last week about gold and silver prices? We said, well, gold will trade between $1,880 and $1,950, which it did quite comfortably. And we said silver will oscillate between $22 and $24, which it also did quite comfortably. Now, looking at other financials, Bitcoin hasn't fared very well. It's actually down $3,493 at $25,905. It really does make me smile that when it hit just under $31,000, so many YouTube pumpers came up. This is crypto pumpers. Oh, this is it. Bitcoin is heading back to 50,000. No, we believe that virtually all cryptocurrencies are going to have a very sad future. Equities were lower. The Dow Jones down 780 points at 34,500. The S&P 500 down 95 points at 4,369, and the Nasdaq down 354 points at 13,290, and the FTSE 100 index, the UK index, also down 262 points at 7,262. It was looking very nice at 7,500, but there we are. Oils were marginally lower, not by much though. Brent crude down $1.78 at $84.80. And WTI crude down $1.94 at $81.25. We must get that price down to $70 or lower. We'll explain why in a moment. The dollar index stands at 103.43, and that's up 0.58 points on the week and showing the dollar is strengthening yet again. Now, in terms of economic data last week, US retail sales announced on Tuesday for July came in at 0.7%, against expectations of 0.4. So retail sales are up and higher than anticipated. And if we even take automobiles out of the equation, we saw sales of a 1% rise against expectations of 0.4. This is still showing that overall the economy is still quite robust. Import price index came in higher than anticipated at 0.4% compared with 0.2% expected. Now, this coming week, not a great deal is happening, quite frankly. We have nothing scheduled for Monday, existing home sales on Tuesday, flash PMIs on Wednesday, durable goods orders on Thursday, but perhaps the more interesting part of the week will be Friday, where we will listen to Jerome Powell's speech at the Jackson Hole Summit. But of course, that will be coming out later in the day, and no doubt, really the markets will only have a relatively short chance to respond to it. Other than that, very little happening. Looking specifically at gold, we've now witnessed 9 consecutive daily declines in price, and gold closing on Friday not far off actually its 3-month low. Technical analysts who follow the Japanese candlestick pattern believe that 8 to 10 new price highs or lows are automatically followed by a reversal, as markets will have either been overbought or oversold. So in theory, we should be coming to a reversal of the gold price. Those who follow us and have followed us for some time will know our reserved feelings about technical analysis and only use it as a small part of our overall assessment criteria. So we do take such theories with a pinch of salt. We don't ignore them entirely, but we don't give them too much credit. The FOMC minutes, continually emphasizing the rise in food and energy inflation, reveals that perhaps the Fed realizes that their job in combating inflation is still not yet done, which is why we've seen a rise in the dollar index, as higher rates may still be on the cards in 2023. Now, we've stated all along that another 25 basis point rise is essential, and that would only be enough if we can see oil prices fall back down to $70 a barrel or less, preferably less. Otherwise, we may be battling for some time to come. Our view is disputed by the Fed Watch tool because that indicates that interest rates will remain unchanged by the end of the year with a 64.8% probability. Our assessment, though, is that economic figures are too strong and our economies are being manipulated too much by OPEC through the oil price for this assessment to be accurate. We shall have to wait and see. If one believes, though, that there will be no further rate rise in 2023 and the economy remains quite robust, we could see silver rebound. If not, then silver prices do have further to fall. Now, silver is standing around the 61.8% Fibonacci level, supported by the 200-week AMA, which lies just beneath that. So technically, the downside is limited. We have posted time and time again that $20 will be the ultimate floor and 26 the ceiling, at least for the next 4 to 6 weeks or so. Now, traders have differing views as to the direction or the next direction for gold and silver, and we are of the opinion that both will oscillate within clearly defined levels until further inflation data is announced and that we can become more confident about the direction inflation is actually heading. Yes, it's going down, but is it going down fast enough? Have to say, though, admittedly, compared to Europe and the UK, the US economy is doing far better. So with this in mind, next week we envisage gold will trade between 1850 and 1930. Gold might be under a little bit more pressure yet, with 1820 to 1950 as outliers, and we see silver oscillating between $22 and $24, virtually the same as last week, with $21.25 to $24.50 as outliers. What do you think? Please share your thoughts. We'd appreciate it if you'd give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, press the bell sign. Have a great, enjoyable, safe weekend, and as always, a prosperous week ahead.